remastering old games has become all the more popular in recent years, especially with games like this. Games that seem to be critically acclaimed, but then weren't really widely accepted by the player base. And Final Fantasy XII, I had this same experience. I bought it. I bought the Steelbook edition. I was so excited for this game because of my love for Final Fantasy 9, 10, and especially 11. I just couldn't really get into it. It wasn't for me at the time, but I'm kind of hoping that a rerun through, now with the remastering and some of the changes that come along with it, is going to be awesome. So, I'm going to do full-on actual Huntin for Let's Play with Final Fantasy 12, meaning no editing all the way through, including cutscenes like this one. But this is probably going to be one of the last times you hear me actually talking during a cutscene, because A, I haven't seen most of these cutscenes, so most of the time I'm just going to be like, what? And B, that's just not how I play games. I always love, the cutscenes are like a reward for me, especially with older games like this, where it was almost designed that way. You played to get to these amazing cutscenes. You're like, I can't wait to see the next one. Look at this beautiful, it even looks good in today's standards. And it's, what, from like 2009 or something? 12? Oh, it's PS2. It's way further old than that. Point is, we'll see how everybody feels about it. I obviously haven't done a game like, or a format like this on my channel before. If you guys hate the cutscenes, you don't want to see that, you just want to see gameplay, let me know. We can take them out. I totally understand. I love seeing cutscenes for myself for the first time in a game I'm playing, so I would totally get that. But I also want you guys to be playing along with me, and if you want to see the cutscenes, a lot of you have been asking for that with other games, I'll just let them play. I'm just going to let them go. But I'm probably not going to be saying much during most of the cutscenes. These initial ones, kind of like some setup stuff, but...
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabodis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all
Which leads me to my next point.
And I will go at his side.
This first video is going to be a lot of me just like... Because there are a lot of cutscenes. It's the beginning of a Final Fantasy game, and an older Final Fantasy game. So, they don't just like kick you off running. I'm going to be fighting rats. I'm going to be getting introductory tutorials on how to move and target and use the menus. And then a lot of setup cutscenes like this that explain the state of the world, what kind of political situations we're dealing with, some characters. So bear with me on that, because I love this stuff, but obviously for a Let's Play it's going to be me just staring.
Would I be considered worthy?
Seemed a little sassy. It wasn't very like... Somebody will have to let me know in the comments how old this guy's supposed to be, because he's clearly, I think, a prince, and looks like he's taking on some pretty serious responsibilities, maybe leading troops, definitely going into battle. But he looks like he's 14, which, I mean, you know, could be. I think he's probably supposed to be like 18. That ripe age where he's just old enough to apparently be a man. Man, I love this setup stuff. This reminds me so much of Final Fantasy XI. The beginning, the 20 years ago battle. The movements and style of people in the cutscenes is actually pretty well done, considering I'm pretty sure none of this was motion capture.
No, the railing still stands.
But yeah, so for many of you, you'll be experiencing Final Fantasy XII for the first time along with me. I only played for like 5 or 6 hours. I didn't get too deep into it. I got to a point where my build was really terrible. It was really tough to keep going with my awful choices that I made. Sorry, this is a sad part. I've watched this a few times, so I'm losing the emotional impact, but...
Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace.
I remember when I first played this when I was, you know, in high school. I was like shocked. I really thought we were going to play as that kid. I was like, I think the main character just died. I was like, it would totally make sense, like, you know, the prince. We'll meet up with some vagabonds. Nope.
The death of Lord Rasla
This is so Final Fantasy Tactics.
was but one of many
This is like how
tragedies
Final
to befall
Fantasy
the
Tactics
kingdom of
opens.
Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Ashe's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Archadia in the east, Rozarria the west. The invasion of the kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Archadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Archadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Archadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Rabanastre, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanastre when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Jeez. But yeah, so a lot of the changes that have been announced for Final Fantasy XII, I've been super excited about, with like the double job system and everything. Things that I didn't even really understand the original system back then.
They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle.
It's been a long time since I've played like a Final Fantasy, a single player Final Fantasy story. I'm just pumped to get through the story.
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
I am a one man.
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Old enough
Young.
to fight.
Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Alright, here we go.
Bosla, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
So yeah, what originally drew me to Final Fantasy XII was, obviously, I love 9 and 10. They got me into the Final Fantasy series. Very different combat style. Final Fantasy XII was after I played Final Fantasy XI. Those of you that are familiar with numbering will realize that Final Fantasy XII came after Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XII had a very Final Fantasy XI feel. A lot of the
Steady, Rex.
the visual design of
You'll make it.
just simple things that I can't really think of how to explain, but it reminded me very much of how Final Fantasy XI was designed. And we're going to learn now how to look around and impressive. But more so that enemies were already in the world and you could run around and see them and, you know, be moving while you were attacking, and it was just very different from other Final Fantasies, and people either loved or hated it, along with the gambit system, which we'll get into later, I'm sure. So now I can go learn that I can talk to people. This is the kind of stuff that back in the PS2 era they thought they had to tell everybody at the very beginning of the game. Like, quick, press X near this person. Thank you, random soldier. Alright. See? See, they're telling me, like, you can do stuff. Press X to do stuff. But, in all seriousness, a ton about this game I really enjoyed. It wasn't even the game system that bothered me. I liked the idea that I could, like, set up these kind of scripts for how my characters should play out, and then just allow them to happen. I loved watching TV while playing games. I love watching movies. And the idea that I could grind or, you know, do simple stuff without really paying 100% attention is something that appeals to me. And that doesn't appeal to everybody, and that's one of the reasons that Final Fantasy XII wasn't the most popular with everybody. But I think definitely deserves a revisit. My problem was I kept running out of MP. My gambits weren't very good. The way I'd set up my characters was very good. I just wasn't very good. But I'm excited to hopefully be better this time around. Visually, the remaster looks great. I mean, obviously there's some PS2 design choices here, but like the characters look really good. This was the height of PS2. Like, this is some amazing
Captain?
character designs and graphics overall, and the new 16:9 ratio, the overall higher resolution, the improved textures, everything looks awesome. So far the audio sounds great too, the remastered sounds and music. Plus, like, it's a cool enemy design, and like everything feels fluid and has like good motion. It doesn't feel all janky like a lot of older PS2 games feel, which holds me back. I just want to see if I can cast some thunder. Look, thunder! That did nothing. I should just beat him with my sword. But yeah, so obviously it's going to take us a couple, I don't know how long, one or two of these episodes to probably get a party going, actually start doing some standard fighting. This is a lot of the intro stuff in the game where they teach you how it works. I didn't even use a potion there. I should probably be, I think it told me, like, use a potion. And I was like, screw you, I don't need to listen to what to do. But like, we just like ran up and fought that thing. Obviously, like, a cutscene kind of introduced us to that battle. But it's not like randomly generated fights the way we're used to in previous Final Fantasy games. And it did a lot of cool new stuff like that that isn't that impressive now, but back then was a big deal. But people didn't like a lot of the other choices they made with the game. Also, the story was kind of told differently, which I'm excited about. It's much more political in nature. Very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics in that way. And then actually takes place in the same overall world of Ivalice as Tactics. I think it had the same creative director as Tactics and Vagrant Story, which apparently is also Ivalice, but not technically a Final Fantasy game, even though it shares a lot with Tactics and Final Fantasy XII. I'm just pumped. I'm just super pumped to play this. I obviously haven't chosen a party that, though. Let me know in the comments what you guys think the party makeup should be if you're familiar with Final Fantasy 12. I might have already decided by the time I actually see those comments and these videos go out, but I'd be curious what you guys are going with anyway, if you're buying the remaster or if you're just replaying the original.
Where are you? What if Captain Ivalice has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this.
Hope not.
We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the party setup. So, I always, at the beginning of Final Fantasy games, I have to like explore every nook and cranny, because I got screwed one time, where like the ultimate weapon, and that might be an exaggeration, was literally like right in the beginning of the game, and I didn't pick it up. And I had to backtrack way later, and like you couldn't get it for a while. It was just frustrating. Oh, yeah, I can run. I'm not going to, of course. I'm going to beat the crap out of this guy. But yeah, so one of my bigger problems before... Oh, here we go, see? No, oh no. Treasure. Was that my party setup was really terrible. So I've been doing more research on how to make a more balanced party with just a better party, to be honest. So it's down this hallway. You. Thunder. You just blocked thunder. Can you block thunder? Oh, well, apparently thunder sucks compared to just stabby stabby. I should probably just keep stabby stabby. Oh, look. More potions. How lovely. Yeah, heal me. I want to use my potions. Oh, they're still fighting over here. Death blow. Death blow. So I'm excited. I think I've got a little good setup. I'm still kind of confused about how the party makeup works in general, like how often you have everybody with you, if that makes sense. Because that screwed me over in a couple Final Fantasies where I would kind of build a good party around like 3 people, and then halfway through the game wouldn't have 3 of those people. And then I'd have like the people I never touched. I don't think that's the way this one works, but I do have to be careful. That's why I want it to be a kind of balanced party. We don't have to worry about that for a little bit, though. Still doing intro stuff.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Yeah, leave the 17-year-old kid against 3 apparently terrible soldiers. There's no way that I should be able to, as a 17-year-old standard warrior, be able to take on 3 trained Imperial swordsmen with such ease. But I do. They suck. I'm coming. I might have been supposed to. I'm lost. Is this door open? I should have gone closer so I could see the little action icon, suggesting that I can open. I'm coming.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Something about this seems a little fishy.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaan.
That was the second time that I thought I'd become the character I was gonna be for most of the game.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Archadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanastre. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I, to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer too for the noble Princess Ashe, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Lots of surrendering and utter defeat happening, leading us into the period of strife and turmoil, where I will now enter the game. And this is where I realized that this was truly a RPG in Final Fantasy that I could understand, as they threw me at some rats in a sewer.
Vaan, hurry it up or they'll find us.
First enemy, always.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Time to kill this rat. Die, rat, die. What? Get back here. I guess it would make sense that they kind of run. He's coming this way. Die, rat, die. Am I getting, like, the plague or something? The last one is over here? Get back here. I'm glad I got to take part in that.
You got him all yourself?
That was enjoyable.
Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now.
Totally, you killed a few rats. You could totally kill, like, Behemoth.
That's enough for today.
Sorry, I said I wasn't going to talk to the cutscene.
Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops. Totally forgot. You should come, Vaan. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Such a classic statement. Tan our hides. Miguelo. That's a great early character name. I say it like he's not going to be around. For all I know, he's like the ultimate boss. See, like, the art design of this just shines through. Like, this is a really cool looking game. I mean, obviously it's old, but still good. Looking. What I mean.
Huh? What'd you say? Sir, you haven't paid, and I... What? Haven't paid? On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Which way you're going, Churl?
What? My pouch! It's gone!
The boy!
Classic.
Get out the way!
I'm just a street rat. Aladdin.
No!
So I'm partially hoping that, by like kind of playing this through with you guys, that we sort of held accountable to finish it. I have a tendency to get like halfway through games and then kind of stop when it gets a little tougher. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to work that hard.
Hey, that's
Hoping you guys will keep me honest and I'll actually finish Final Fantasy XII because that'd be really cool.
Stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaan. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Penelo. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this?
Oh, I just love the feel. Airships drifting in the sky. It's just like so Final Fantasy.
One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon. Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Hand. I remember when I first saw this, I was like, "There's too much going on this map. I don't understand what's happening." But this new overlay system they added, it's gonna be really awesome because Final Fantasy XII does seem to have like a lot of almost like maze-like areas and dungeons. Miguel. Who are you, random strange boy? Oh, thanks. Thanks, kid. Can't wait. Oh, I love this kind of like creatures. What is this guy?
Vaan, I was waiting.
Oh.
Penelo said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier in the morning. Perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The dozen teams are in trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sand Sea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too? I can't leave my shop, and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
I just want to be stabbing monsters. I'll be courier. I don't mind. I'll go find kites. That'll be a great thing. Get to jog around town. Meet exciting new people. Hey, Pinell. Who are these? Who are these people you're hanging out with now? Thought we were friends. I showed that kid some tricks. Nope. Oh, maybe? Where's the door? Ah, here we go. In we go.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaan, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
Creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaan! Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomage, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
How much reward?
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaan, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
Tell me more about this dangerous monster I'm gonna be fighting. Come on, what is it? It's a tomato with a suit. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. Alright, so it's Huntin marks. Cool. So I go talk to the person that gave it to me. I got an Archadia armlet. So yeah, the licenses I think is how I pick like jobs. I think I'm gonna make Vaan a Bushin Knight? I think so. Let's see. I wrote this down because I knew I'd forget. It's kind of tough for me to plan out like good parties. I'm not very good at that. Planning out like a single character is one thing, but where are my screenshots? Yeah, I think I'm gonna make him a Bushin Knight. So let's see, licenses. for Vaan. He's going to start out as a Bushin. Or just Bushi. It's kind of similar to like a... Neat. Alright, yeah. Then later I think I can get a secondary license for it. Alright. Equip. Still only got this dagger though. I guess that doesn't matter, regardless of my new Bushi status. Alright, so I can't do that yet because I have to go to... Oh, license... No, I don't want the license board selection screen. Oh, here, okay. Yes. And I guess I just had enough points for that. Makes sense. Similar to Final Fantasy X's system, kind of, where you had the grid. We'll see the differences as time goes on. Alright, so I'm a Bushi. It's official. Yes, I don't think I planned that at all the first time. I probably immediately was like, I'm gonna make you a white mage. And I had like no plan. Without a plan, that stuff is dangerous. So I'm pumped. So I read up a little bit, and I hope I don't end up regretting that decision. But I think my core three are going to be an Ulan Time Battle Mage as a good like offensive, but could also kind of fall back to some support. I've heard Time Battle Mage isn't like the most loved, but is kind of a good support to Ulan. Red Mage Archer with the like bunny chick, and I don't remember my last one. Something with White Mage. White Mage Machinist with the like Sky Pirate guy. If you guys are like terrified by what I just said, we'll see.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello. I just hate to see the consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man.
The Lord Consul is a great man.
Take offense in such trifling matters.
Trifling matters. I like how these guys are just like staring at him like, dude, just let him by.
Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
Alright, we're out. First real save crystal. Save my game, I've got a class. So I think I'm gonna call it there for the day. We're through the intro stuff. I know a lot of that was cutscenes, which for those of you that love cutscenes is probably great. For those of you that didn't, it was probably a special kind of hell. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. I can't wait to do the rest of the series. I'm really excited to get through most of this game. Let me know in the comments what your favorite classes are from Final Fantasy XII if you played it. I haven't chosen, obviously, the rest of my party makeup yet, and there are a few characters I haven't even thought about. So let me know what you think I definitely need to kind of have sitting there in that party. I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. As always, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. And subscribe if you're new. I've got plenty of Final Fantasy XII videos coming, so I'm going to try and play through this whole game and do an entire Let's Play, end-to-end, no skips, no jumps, which I've never done before. I'm bad about that, so we'll see. Anyways, thanks. Check in for the next video, and always check out my Final Fantasy XIV or Final Fantasy XI videos, or videos about other games entirely. I've got a few of those too. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, you should totally think about subscribing. I've got videos coming out twice a week, and if you like this one, there's at least a chance you like some of the others that are very similar to this, so live dangerously. Let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments and other videos you'd like to see. And finally, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Huntin for Games to keep up with all the latest stuff. See ya!